what people always look at NFTs as a JPEG that they can right-click it, but it's not just that. In my opinion, NFTs is a tokenization of culture. This is a group of people who identify with something that they believe in, but because they believe in it, they bet on it, they buy it. Since NFTs represent ownership, this is the first time that you can actually have ownership of something that you agree with, believe in. But not just that, because it's considered an asset, it now gives you the ability to somehow have some sort of appreciation of an asset that you actually own, that you actually like, and that you actually believe in. Hey guys, so over the past months, if you have been following the channel very closely, it's not just that I have been talking a lot about cryptocurrencies, it's also I have been spending a lot of time and attention to learn more about NFTs as well. And if you've been following the narrative of the channel, I started with NFTs from NBA Top Shot, and I really saw it as a collection. I really saw it that I wanted NFTs as a substitute for me collecting basketball cards, that it was a digital version that's written on the blockchain that allows me to authenticate what I own, allows me to be able to store it digitally, that it wasn't as hard as something that was physical. I needed a physical storage for it. I needed to handle it very, very well. And I needed to ship it should I want to sell it, and there would be another buyer who would get it. So that was my entry point. But over the last few months, this is what I've seen, especially for people who have been buying PFP. For those who don't know what PFP NFTs mean, these are NFTs that people have been using as their profile picture in Twitter, which is kind of different from the other NFTs that we have been talking about, from the gaming related NFTs from Axie, because not a lot of people would buy Axies and then display them as their profile picture. Not a lot of people also would buy NBA Top Shot NFTs and display them as their profile picture. Or in the same way, when I have been talking about metaverses, not a lot of people would buy a plot of land or a weapon and use it as their profile picture. What's interesting about what I've seen is people have been buying these NFTs and displaying them as their profile picture because it's somehow something that they can relate with, regardless if it's an ape, regardless if it's a cat, regardless if it's a penguin or a skeleton or a doodle or any other JPEG that people buy, which is a representation of who they are. And I've seen people who are a bit sporty who would buy PFP NFTs that almost resemble them. Now, even this women empowerment NFTs from Women Rise, Women in Weapons, Boss Beauties, World of Women, there are a lot of people that relate to what they look, what they represent, and what they actually stand for. That's why a lot of women also have been buying the NFTs of the women that they feel represents them. And if you try to look at it that way, then it transcends not just the pure speculation of people wanting to buy something with the hope that at some point it's gonna go up, because there are people who are in it to flip, and that's normal in any other asset class, from sneakers to watches to whiskey, even to cryptocurrencies and even to stocks, that there will be a subset of investors that when their price targets are hit, when their gains are hit, when they just really want a quick flip, that they will actually sell. But there's also a subsegment that are in it because they really, really like it. They're in it not just for buying something and flipping and selling, but they're getting something because it's a representation of who they are, what they believe in, or what that particular NFT start to advocate. If you notice it also, it has become the new flex, and that's why even Twitter has started to implement it in Twitter Blue, that you can integrate the NFT that you own via connecting your Twitter to your MetaMask wallet, which is a very, very good idea. Since it's a paid service, I think Twitter will make a lot of money from it because there will be a lot of people who would want to ape in and also authenticate that they're the ones who actually own this. And if you notice it, that's what makes it so interesting. People buy Bored Ape Yacht Club, people buy Mutant Ape, people buy Bored Kennel, people buy CryptoPunks, people buy Doodle, people buy those NFTs that are relatively priced higher because their main narrative of why they're actually buying it, above and beyond that it represents them, it somehow also shows a level of flex compared to people who buy paintings, Rolexes, and whiskeys. And I've been saying that over and over and over. And given that digital is here to stay, given that more people spend more time right now online, digitally, in the metaverse more than ever, more than what we've ever seen before, this will just continue. This will just be a prevailing trend. You would see people more and more, they would be known for their avatars, they would be known for their PFPs, and NFTs have a very, very large connection to it. And that's why VFriends of Gary V is doing so well, because people who buy it aren't just in it because the value has gone up, because they follow Gary V, they're fans of Gary V, they believe in what he stands for. Then it also has some additional perks. It has utility as well. That's why those who own it as much as they can are holding on to it. The reason why I'm making this video is that I've seen it over and over, that what people always look at NFTs as a JPEG that they can right click it, but it's not just that. In my opinion, NFTs is a tokenization of culture. This is a group of people who identify with something that they believe in, but because they believe in it, they bet on it, they buy it. Since NFTs represent ownership, this is the first time that you can actually have ownership of something that you agree with, believe in. But not just that, because it's considered an asset, it now gives you the ability to somehow have some sort of appreciation of an asset that you actually own, that you actually like, and that you actually believe in. Over the past few days, I'm sure you've seen my video on Mobile Legends. Mobile Legends dropped in Binance, and in just a few seconds or even just a few minutes, the NFTs that they minted were all gone. Some of them from people who were just fans of Mobile Legends, who didn't even know about cryptos, who didn't even know about NFTs. They just wanted to be part of something that they actually believe in. I talked to people, they said they've been playing the game for years, and suddenly now they get to have something that represents them, that they get to have something, they get to own something that I've been playing the game for a long time, I've been buying skins, but at least now it's a tokenized version of it. I get to not only store it, but get to have a piece of the action, that because I'm owning an asset, it's something that I'm rooting for, but could also appreciate in value for the long term. And for a lot of them, they're not just in it for how it could possibly grow. They're in it because they like it. They're in it because they're rooting for it. They're in it because they love it. And I think that's the whole fundamental point of NFTs as well. People have always been talking about the growth, that there's so much hype around it. There's so much celebrities also that are starting to ape in. You see the Steph Currys of the world investing in NFTs and cryptocurrencies. But what will make this very sustainable is, why not just invest in something that you actually like? Why not just invest in something that you actually believe in? Regardless if the price would go up or down, but because it's something that you don't mind holding on to, then it doesn't become as scary. Then it doesn't become as volatile. You all know I'm a big Golden State fan. And that's why it's nice for me to own Steph Curry NFTs in NBA Top Shot, because it's something that I support, it's something that I believe in, it's something that I don't actually plan to sell. It's actually something that even if Steph Curry is not playing anymore, I would like to hodl. I would like to own whatever I'm currently having right now. And even Klay Thompson, as you all know, he's back. He started playing a couple of games ago. His return game where he dunked the ball, that for me was something iconic. For a Golden State Warrior fan, it's something that should be part of my collection as well. And when you look at NFTs as culture, when you look at NFTs as tokenization of culture, then it doesn't become as volatile. Then it doesn't become as risky. That's why a lot of people who buy paintings, it doesn't matter the volatility of that painting. If it doesn't even move for a long period of time, it doesn't matter to them. Because what matters to them is they bought something that they actually believe in, and they actually like as well. I know over the macro, over the long term, NFTs have a long way to go. I also know that 98% of NFTs won't be relevant over the next 10 years. It will be the good ones that will stay. But zooming out, looking at how this space will be, I really believe it's so special. And I'm not telling you to buy or to ape into this, but what I'm telling you is don't sleep on it. What I'm telling you is please take the time to study. Because NFTs, similar to cryptocurrencies and the metaverse, they're technology, they're disrupting the way we're seeing things. And since it's technology, we're not going back from this. We're just moving forward. It just moves in a one-way street. So take the time to learn about it so you don't get left behind. So I hope you guys got a lot from this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below and I'll try to answer you in the next video. I have a course this March where I'm gonna talk about bonds, stocks, REITs, Bitcoin, altcoins, and NFTs as well. 6-topic course with the main goal to be able to explain it in a way that will give you the right information to help you decide on the merits of those investments. Check out my technical analysis course as well, the books that I've written, and the other videos that you have in this channel. So I hope you guys learned a lot. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.